Good evening. I decided that I wanted to ask Spirit some questions. I have questions about the latest news that we received here in Orlando of the death of a young African American male. His name was Nevin Baker. He was found hanging in a local park. His death was ruled suicide, but his parents are definitely not believing that this is accurate. When I first heard about it, my first thought was that's very suspicious because there have been other hangings recently, back in April and May of this year, in several other states. 2 hangings were reported in Southern California of African American males, and 1 in Texas, and also a Hispanic male in Texas, and also another hanging of an African American male in New York. So I want to ask 2 questions. One, I want to know if I can get some clarity as to whether Nevin Baker committed suicide, or if there was foul play, if this was murder. So I've asked Archangel Metatron and Archangel Zadkiel to come in, as well as Archangel Michael for protection. I'm hoping that I can get some clear answers. Nevin Baker. Nevin Baker. Please tell us what happened. What's the truth about what happened with Nevin Baker? What's the truth behind his death, behind his hanging? What is the truth? Please help us to see the truth behind Nevin Baker's hanging. Okay, the first card that came out is the Star card. This is about hope and healing. The family of Nevin Baker is looking for closure. It's a time of great mourning. There's so many tears being shed over this young man. But they have hope that they will find the answers that they are looking for. And I'm hoping that we can find answers as well. Let's see what the cards have to say. Okay. All right. And let's also look at the bottom of the deck. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is all about truth. The truth will be revealed. Let's see what other details are here. Okay, the moon is about treachery. But there is illumination in the darkness. But there's danger on this path. This young man may have been out at night and come in contact with danger along his path. Knight of Pentacles, it's a slow-moving energy. I'm feeling like he may have been stalked. King of Wands. King of Wands is a person of leadership. Like it was a plan. Wands are about planning. So there was something, there was some kind of a plan in place. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is about being grounded. And it's also about material wealth. I don't even really like the first thought that came to mind with this, but the feeling that I have is that this may have been some kind of, possibly, it just feels like there was some planning and some kind of money involved, some kind of a material reward or acknowledgement for this plan. The Justice card. I feel like justice will be served. Whenever the Justice card comes in, it is a clear sign that the truth will be revealed. The sword of truth and the scales of balance. Balance will be restored. Nine of Cups. It's about satisfaction. There will be some sense of satisfaction achieved. And the Five of Cups, it's going to be it's like a movement towards there's sorrow, there's disappointment. I'm feeling like this, with this judgment that will occur, there will be some disappointment in that it's not a full, justice. There will be some level of justice, some level of satisfaction, but not full. I mean, you'll never be fully, you're never going to be happy because the life is still lost. So based on what I'm seeing here, I believe that this young man was stalked. I believe this was a group. I believe there was leadership involved, and that there was maybe some kind of material reward for this act, for this heinous act against this young man. The truth will be revealed, though. Okay, let me pull one card from my Oracle deck, the Metatron Oracle. Metatron, what else can you offer us here? This is such a sad case. The police have ruled this a suicide. Parents are not accepting that, and neither am I. Archangel Metatron, what message do you have? Oh, 2 cards. Boundaries. Leadership. Okay. So with the boundaries card, I believe that there are some boundaries that are being set by leadership. But there is a key. There is a key available to information. There is a doorway leading into the light. I'm feeling like there is a cover-up. There is some knowledge of information, possibly with the law enforcement. But there is going to be illumination. Yeah, this is definitely one to watch. We need to stay vigilant. Now, the next question I want to ask, which is also in relation to this particular incident, is I wanted to see if there is a tie between this hanging and the other ones that I mentioned, the ones that were in the other states. So let's ask my guides, my angels, help us to see the big picture. Are all of these hangings related? Now that card that just stopped, that was a 2 of Cups. I did not pull it out, but it did show itself. 2 of Cups is about partnerships, collaborations, but I'm going to continue with trying to clear the cards, and they are jumping out. Archangel Metatron, Archangel Zadkiel. Wow. Okay. You have my attention. It's the Devil card. Now there's way too many cards here, but I'm going to go ahead and just cut the deck as is. Archangel Metatron, Archangel Zadkiel. I'm calling on my guardian angels. Archangel Michael, please continue to be with us at this time as we look into this case or into these cases. I'm not sure if these are closed cases or if they're still open. I'm hoping they're still being investigated. These other areas in California, Texas, and New York, are they all related? The ones in those other states and the one that occurred here? Are they all related? Are these hangings all related? Bottom of the deck, reversed, Six of Wands. Six of Wands, when it is upright, it is about celebrations. But this is reversed. This is these are not happy celebrations. These are, I'm feeling like this is about, it's a, with the Devil card jumping out like that, it's a negative partnerships, okay? Negative partnerships. King of Pentacles is here. This is very high leadership. Someone in a very high leadership role. It is not a secret that we have people in high leadership roles, the highest in the land, who are fueling the flames of negative, racist energy. It is very inspiring. And the Eight of Wands is about forward action, giving permission, giving forward movement, forward energy. Six of Pentacles. This is, there's an imbalance here, but, there is some money involved with this. This is the Ten of Pentacles. This is family money. This is a network. This is absolutely connected. These are all connected. And then the Death card. Now the Death card is not always a negative card. But when you look at this combination of all of this, these cards, this energy, there is a connection between these hangings. It is a network. It is planning. It is stoked by leadership, someone of very high stature, and someone with money. Not just one person, a network, partnerships. There is reward here for these deaths. These are messages being sent. All right, one more card from Archangel Metatron about these hangings in all the states. And this has just been since May. All of these have been this year of 2020. Since, I believe, April, May, and then now. Archangel Metatron, what more can you tell us about all of these hangings and their connection. Tree of life. Yeah. It's a connection. It's a network. There are many branches. And from the top down to layers of, I would say, from the top of government down through layers, branches of law enforcement, down to citizen level. This is not good. And I don't like to leave on such a negative note, but this is what I'm seeing. Let's ask. The obvious thing that we can do is be vigilant. When you see something, say something. And that is what's happening all over our country. It's so unfortunate that we have bad apples in various areas of law enforcement and different levels of government. There are bad apples, very bad apples. It tends to taint the whole bunch. Archangel Metatron, how can we go forward? How should we go forward? How can we heal? How can we end this hate? How can we heal? It's a long road. It's a very long road. That's what I'm hearing. There's not a quick fix. It's been hundreds of years of getting through this. But we have to keep going forward. We have to keep going. Okay. Archangel Sandalphon is with you now. Archangel Sandalphon. Archangel Sandalphon is the archangel that can send your prayers directly to God. So I'm so very glad to see Archangel Sandalphon's card appear. I did call upon him to join me, and I'm so glad the card came out when I asked, what can we do? Prayer is huge. And if we all come together with our prayers of hope and love. Now, I know some of you may not accept that as an answer to this. And I'm not saying it is the only answer to this. But we must not give in to our own feelings of hatred, because when that happens, it does not improve our chances of progress. The Indigo card, Mystery and Mastery of Life. going to look that one up. My feeling on it, I am an intuitive reader. My feeling on that is that we have to look to our guides, look to our angels, our guides for support. But I'm going to go to the guidebook and see what else I can share. Indigo holds mastery and beckons you into its embrace to reveal the meaning of existence and the meaning of you. Okay. You cannot discover yourself by staying only in the warm sunshine of life. You need the searching times of the dark night of the soul as well. And you need the deep, dark midnight skies to shower you with starlight, reminding you of your place in the wider universe and the planets and star systems that carry aspects of your soul. You are of the stars of moonlight, starlight, and galactic origins. Coming in as a child, you remain close to all that you have witnessed in the void before birth. You recall your God-given power and the magnificence of all creation. You wonder at the simplest things, the tree blowing in the breeze, the texture of the bark on its trunk, the soft fur of an animal, the warmth of water, and the skin, on the skin. As adults, we lose that connection to our senses and all that is. We need to be as children once more, curious to explore and seek out new adventures and ask why, as a child does as it tries to make sense of its new world. There is so much to be studied, learned, and experienced in this vast place we call home. There's so many opportunities for soul growth and heart expansion. There's a lot more here, but there was a part in here that I was reading about the dark night of the soul. This is what I'm feeling that this is telling us, that we are collectively going through the dark night of the soul. And what that's about is it's looking at who we are. Looking at the dark parts of us that we haven't wanted to face. Everything is being presented to us. So we need to acknowledge it and then heal it. And that means working in every way possible to turn this into a much better place for us all. So it's a uphill battle because we have people. I was going to say people and institutions, but the people who are doing these things, these negative things, they built many of these institutions. So that is why we are seeing things torn down. And I'm not talking about the rioting and the looting, not that type of tearing down. But we are witnessing a collapse. And it's not a pleasant time for any of us. So we're going to have to go through this in order to get to the healing. So as we are going through this rough, rocky, tumultuous period of being broken open, let us continue to have faith that we will get through this. All right, everybody. I know this has been a rough reading, but I wanted to look into these hangings, and I hope that they are going to continue. I'd really like to see some organization of people coming out and bringing this into the light, bringing this into the forefront. This should not be on page 2. These hangings should be on front pages. And these police departments that are ruling all of these as suicides, they all need to be investigated independently. And all of these young men should have autopsies. I want to see more. Let's do what we can to raise the awareness on these. Please look these things up on the internet. Please share them. Please write your congressperson. Demand that we get answers and that we get to the bottom of this network. Okay? Let's keep this going. Let's make sure that we do not forget these men who have been murdered. Stay safe, everyone. Namaste.